So today we're back with another rebuild. We're doing the Marlins. Their team, I feel like they're kind of on the cusp of really competing. And I say that, I mean like making the playoffs. I know they made the playoffs last year, but they're one of those teams that's like they have an okay roster. They just need a few more pieces to really put it together. They do have a good farm system. I think some of their players are really underrated in the farm system, and I can't wait to see what this team does in a few seasons. But we're going to be doing a normal rebuild. Of course, if you want to see another rebuild tomorrow, hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel and enjoy the content, consider hitting the subscribe button. And of course, get in the comment section. Let me know what team or what type of rebuild you want to see tomorrow. Of course, if you missed yesterday's video, it was a really good challenge. And man, oh man, the way that I got knocked out of the playoffs was ridiculous. So go check it out. There's a link to it in the top, this corner, way up there. Go check it out. It was, oh man, it's a watch. You need to watch it. All right, exclusive negotiations. Starling Marte was brought back on at least a 1-year deal. I don't remember if it was 1-year deal like fully. It might have been like an option that I think he picked up. So I'm gonna offer him another one. I'm gonna bump it up, even though I know his contract was, I don't know, maybe it was this high. I don't know. We'll see what he takes. And then looking at the rest, I'm gonna let the rest walk because I feel like we can go somewhere else with it. I think they still have Francisco Cervelli on the roster, so I guess we can offer Francisco Cervelli 1 more year. But outside of that, I think I'm going to let the rest walk and go from there. Maybe the rest of those guys were new additions this offseason, but I don't really want to offer them, I don't really want them on the team. I'm going to make sure I add a couple of these guys to the 40-man arbitration. Probably going to be everybody. Same thing with contracts. I really want to strengthen pitching. I feel like that's the best way to go about it with this team. They're a good pitching staff. Like they're kind of like those underrated pitchers who do well. I just would like to strengthen it a little bit, maybe pick up 1 or 2 arms. And on top of that, the bullpen really needs to be improved. Actually, it really doesn't. They're kind of those glitchy players again. So maybe we need like 1 or 2 bullpen arms. And offensively, it's one of those teams that, again, just kind of sneaky good. Brian Anderson, Starling Marte, Duvall, Aguilar, Dickerson, Garrett Cooper is kind of a goon as well. So if I do pick up anybody, I think it's going to be one of those that just kind of fits the budget since we don't have a lot to work with. Why don't we have that much? Marte, Dickerson, Rojas. We just don't have a lot of money to work with. So I'll keep that in mind. Maybe make some trades with some of the prospects that we have, especially since now I'm looking at it. It doesn't look too great here. So let's see what we can figure out, and we'll see what we can do with the first season. All right, let's talk about this team. Let's take a look at how we did this offseason. So Aledmys Diaz, just signed him to be a backup shortstop. Who else did I bring in? Will Rangel, see potential draft pick. He's 70 overall, which isn't bad. We'll see how he develops. He could be good. Who knows? Brad Bach was another player I drafted. Looks okay. Barry Miller was my first, not my first overall pick, but the 3rd overall pick in the 1st round. He looks really good. Good hitting stats, good vision, discipline. I'm thinking maybe move him to first base because the fielding's not good, and we could use a first baseman in the future. And I think that was really it for draft picks that I need to show you. Oh, I had a reliever who was really good. Albert Furks. He gives no Furks. You know what I'm saying? He actually looks decent. I think this guy could be a really good reliever. The clutch, pretty bad though. That's not good. So probably a long reliever. And I think that might be it. Devin Lord was another one. I think this was my 2nd overall pick or 3rd round pick. Yeah. He looks decent too, but I don't think he'll feature. And it'll be easier just for me to show you who I signed in free agency. Jake Odorizzi, 2-year deal, club option, $4.5 million. Potential went down, had a rough year, but I thought as like a 4 in this rotation, not too bad. Jeremy Jeffers, 1-year deal, $1.4 million. Didn't even pitch in this game last year, so we'll see how he does. And I think that was it. I tried to sign a couple other players, but then I ran out of roster spots, and I just didn't have time to go back and get them. So I signed Aledmys Diaz, and that was it. The offense, the only player I want to get rid of is John Birdie, just because, yeah, he's great with the speed. Outside of that, not that great. I'm not sure about Isan Diaz. I might give him 1 year to see how he does. He's usually a really late bloomer, like 28, 29 is when he starts getting really good. So I don't know if we have that kind of time to wait. We don't have that kind of time to wait. And maybe just getting a really good second baseman now would solve that problem. The thing is, what second baseman could we go out and get that would be really good? You know what I'm trying to say? So, like maybe like a Brandon Lau. I don't know. I'm thinking. What about Keston Hiura? Had a really bad last year, but I think we could definitely swindle some sort of deal to make this happen. You know what? Like, get back at the Brewers for taking Christian Yelich. So what about Lewis Brinson? You can have Lewis Brinson back, and we'll just pretend like the trade never happened. No, I won't do that. Let's go with, who do we want to go with? Who could we go with is another thing. You know what? I don't think Alfaro is the answer. You know what I mean? He's just, I feel like we could get a better catcher. Yeah, it's going to leave us weak at catcher for this year, but let's move Keston back to second. We'll give them that. And I feel like for the winning right now, that's the move. Yeah, they don't need a catcher. I don't care. I want Keston Hiura on my team. And now we can go and just either sign a catcher in free agency, which there probably isn't any good ones. There isn't. And making a trade is pretty simple for a catcher, to be honest. Let's see. Where do we have a plethora of position players? Center field. You want Corey Bird? You can have Corey Bird. I guarantee you I can get a really solid catcher right here, right now. Let me see what we got here. Carson Kelly, not the answer. What about Omar Narvaez? No, I'm not going to do that. Let's go with, Tyler Stevenson was kind of good couple rebuilds ago. He might be a guy that I look to pick up. That might be it. That might be the answer. That might be the player that I go for here. Sean Murphy usually is decent. Pretty difficult to trade for, but looks decent. So let me see what other trades I can kind of work, and I'll show you what catcher we get. All right, Pedro Severino for Corey Bird and Monte Harrison. I know Monte Harrison. Was it Monte Harrison or was it Magneuris Sierra that got called up last year in real life? I can't remember who it was. Maybe both of them got called up a little bit last year. And we're going to trade one of them. We have, like, outfield. We like Blade, Cooper, Encarnacion, Marte, Scott, Duvall, Dickerson, Ramirez, Sanchez, Sierra. Like, we've got plenty of outfielders. I think getting rid of two of them will be okay just for now. So Hiura's going to play second. We're going to put Severino at catcher. And I think this is going to be the squad. I mean, why not? Why not? You know, I know in real life, the Brewers are considering moving Hiura to first base just because of the acquisition of Colton Wong. And on top of that, Hiura's fielding is sometimes questionable, but that bat is really good. So I'm thinking this is the team. I like this team. Small changes, but in areas that we needed to improve. So let's get into the regular season. Let me see where we're ranked. On top of that, I want to make sure all the lineups are set for the minor leagues as well. We're currently ranked 21st, but we've got some good contact. We'll definitely improve the pitching. You know what? I feel like we're in a good spot. I definitely feel like we're in a good spot. And like I've mentioned, we've got some players to look forward to in the future. So especially like Sanchez, Blade, you got Connor Scott. We've got that third baseman that I drafted who is probably in single A. So we definitely need to move him to first base so that he can develop as a first baseman. But that's the team. I like it. I'm actually going to send Jazz down. I don't want Jazz up just yet. I want to keep him developing in AAA. I feel like that's the best move for us. And instead, I'll just sign somebody really quick. We'll do, let's go Charlie Culberson for a season. Sure, why not? Boom, there it is. That's the team. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So 91 and 71, we missed out on the postseason. I'm assuming by just a little bit. You know, we missed out on the division by 4 games. We have a good team ERA. The average is a little low. I just think we had a rough second half of the season. And looking at the wild card, we missed out by 2 games. The Giants made it. Wow. All right, so I want to show you this last month because August was kind of rough. You know, we had a couple loss streaks here and there. July was all right. I just think towards the end of the season, we didn't really put it together, which is unfortunate. Yimi Garcia, I saw, led the league in saves. It's just because he tied, you don't get the notification for it. And Looking around the league, Stanton and Arozarena led the league in home runs, and then Conforto did in the National League. It looks like we have an award. I'm going to assume it was a Gold Glove. Soto wins MVP along with Trout. We have Cy Young for Severino and Buehler. I mean, the Dodgers. Makes sense. You got Garrett Cooper up there for the batting title. Excuse me? And Yimi Garcia had quite the year. So did Amir Garrett. Wow. Look at that stat line. That's insane. That's gross. That's like, what's the point of even putting batters out there once he's on the mound? But let's take a look. Let's see how things went. I definitely want to improve this area. You know, just not highly rated. So that's why he's getting rocked. Jeremy Jeffers didn't do too well. Simber did well. Blyer did well. Anthony Bass, not so much. Not so much with Floro. And Yimi Garcia was really good. So I'll definitely try to bring him back. But I really want to strengthen this area of the team because I feel like that's kind of the weak spot right now. We do have like Curtis, who minimal appearances, so can't really judge what he's been able to do. But looking at the starting rotation now, you know what? I'm happy with that. Yeah, Eliezer Hernandez had a 4 ERA, but a 1.2 whip. I'm still happy with that. Plus, no one here is really MLB ready yet. So rotation, I don't want to change. Bullpen, definitely want to add some stuff there. And you know what? The bench wasn't too bad. Bench, not too bad. For once, we actually had a solid bench. Marte, 14 mil. Like, his hitting stats aren't too bad. Maybe he's not a leadoff hitter. Maybe we drop him a little bit in the lineup, and then we can still get the best out of him for one more year. Miggy Rojas was solid. You know, if we can bring him back for a low contract, I'll keep him at short. Brian Anderson had a really good year. 42 home runs. I didn't notice that. 42 home runs for Brian Anderson. Adam Duvall had 34. Keston had 43. Aguilar was okay, but you know what? For one more year, I definitely might keep him. I might keep him around. Severino was decent. And then Garrett Cooper. Garrett Cooper's kind of a goon in franchise. Corey Dickerson, minimal appearances, but still pretty decent. But I'm not going to bring him back on $8 million. No chance. Looking at our farm system, this is the one player I'm worried about because every time I get JJ Bleday, he does poorly. Potential's going down, so I'm going to keep my eye on him. We've still got a couple more years to develop him, get him into the lineup, but I'm worried. I'm worried his potential, and he's just not going to grow. That's what I'm worried about the most. So all these guys probably need one more year in the farm system. I'm really keeping my eye on this guy. I think this guy's definitely going to come up and take over first base season 3. I mean, I think one more year just developing those hitting stats, he's going to be so good for season 3 and take over for Jesus Aguilar. So unfortunately, we didn't make the postseason like I've already mentioned, but you know what? We're right there. We're right on the cusp. Like I mentioned, just a couple more changes. I think if we really strengthen that bullpen, we're set. We don't have to worry about anything else. So let's see here. Yimi Garcia, how much do you want? I'm going to do a little club option action. We're going to go 7 mil. Miggy Rojas, how much does he want? 8 mil. Let's go one more year. I'll bump it up to 8.5. I think that's a pretty fair deal. And Odorizzi, 4.5 mil. Definitely take that. I'm going to let... Yeah, I'm going to let... How much does Dickerson want? 3 mil. I'll make it 4 mil one more season. Thought about that for a little bit too long. Gonna let those 3 go. And I'll decline this option because I want to see if I can pick him up for less than 14 mil. I think that's kind of what my plan is if there's no other good outfielders. That's another thing. I got to see if there's other good outfielders available. So if that's the case, we kind of do need a leadoff guy. And I feel like we probably should try to focus on a leadoff guy. And definitely not any here. Starling Marte is really like the only guy that fits that mold. Man, we could have gone out and got a big shortstop, but I feel like spending the money at a shortstop, we could definitely go somewhere else with that. And man, this is not really any leadoff players, and I don't really want to spend big on Marte, who didn't really have the best of years. So let's do a 1-year deal. Let's see how that goes. And bullpen options, this is where I kind of wanted to spend the bulk of my money, especially since we don't have the most money. I'll bring everybody back for the most part. Yeah, everybody's coming back. If I don't bring anybody back, I'm going to let you know. So I think that's it. I think that's it. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys for season 2. All right, we're about to enter the next season, and I decided to pass on Starling Marte. And you're going to see why in a sec. The thing is, I still need that like leadoff center field spot. I'm going to go to the Cubs for Ian Happ. And I'm pretty sure he becomes a free agent not this coming season. We might have him for the rest of the rebuild. And so you guys are probably looking at it going, well, he doesn't have a contract or he still hasn't had arbitration. How are you trading for him? Well, there's a little glitch in the system that I found where if you search in the offseason, players search, say whatever player you want. So we're going for Ian Happ here. And I know he hasn't done his like arbitration at all yet. What you do is you select the player that you want. You make a trade. And then what was the trade that we just had? I already forgot. It was Harold Ramirez. It was a pitcher in Daniel Castano, Jordan Holloway. It was one of them. And then we added somebody else that made this deal work. Was it Magnus Sierra? It was somebody, whoever it was, Gerard Encarnacion. It was this, I think it was this trade. We're going to do it. We're going to make the trade. We're going to offer it to the Cubs. Boom. There's our center fielder perfectly. Just make sure you offer him a contract in free agency or you'll lose him. So that's the trade we're going to do to get this new center fielder. All right, here we go. We're starting the next season. Simber, Anthony Bass, and Brad Bach for Zach Godley. He's going to be our new long reliever. So this offseason was pretty eventful. First, I got to show you the CPU pickups for the draft. Pablo Sanchez. Yes, Pablo Sanchez. You're reading it right. 68 overall, A potentials, both contact stats in the 70s. This guy looks really, really good. Potentially could be a second baseman with the lack of arm strength. But yeah, Pablo Sanchez. We also have Rafael Morales and Johnny Rousseau. So I let the CPU handle the draft in the that year. Pablo Sanchez, man. Trevor Story has been picked up. Not a max deal. It's around 29 mil for the next years. And then obviously the trade of Ian Happ. And then we brought in Alex Avila as a backup catcher. Shane Green on a 1-year deal, $2.5 million. And then Raisel Iglesias. He's been lights out. And I brought him in on a 2-year, $4 million deal. So this is the team currently. Curtis is going to slot in right there. And there we go. Godley's there. The same starting 5. Looks really solid. And the bullpen, I think, is definitely taking a step in the right direction with Green, Iglesias. We've got Yimi Garcia. Richard Blyer was still good. Floro's kind of on his last year. We'll see how he does. And then when you look at the lineup, we got a really good looking squad. So Story's going to be our shortstop. We got Ian Happ leading off in center. Brian Anderson, who I know has played right field in the past, is going to move to right field. Duvall in left. Keston at second, Aguilar at first, Severino, Miguel Rojas at third, and then Corey Dickerson. We have plenty of players to look for in the future. So when we take a look at the team here, you've got Blade, who could potentially come up next year. We've got Rangel, who's got really good lefty contact. We have Jesus Sanchez, potentially. Jazz Chisholm, potentially. And who else? There's more. I know there is. We've got Keston. Oh, Pablo Sanchez could potentially come up just because 70 contact, throw him at second base, he automatically becomes like a 75 overall. Like, I'm actually going to do that right now because we kind of do need some extra second basemen. So he is 6'4", though. That's a huge second baseman. But like, he can't play the field. Like, he has poor fielding and what's it called? Like, his arm was like what, 30? What was it? 34 arm strength. That's, yeah, second base. You see, I told you, he bumps up to a 71 overall. Boom, he'll be ready next year. We've got Lewin Diaz, probably not going to feature that much longer, but Barry Miller, he is 100% going to be a first baseman for us next year. Pablo Sanchez could pop in at some point. Who knows? I mean, this team's all over the place. This team's got some really good players. I'm liking the team that we're putting together here. I want to look at contract extensions just to kind of see who's potentially becoming a free agent, which I think we're good for the final season after this. A couple players, but like those are easy contract negotiations. And I also don't want to pay like Adam Duvall a crazy amount of money when he's 33 and potentially could fall off anytime. So this is how we're going to line up. Obviously, without the DH, Corey Dickerson comes out, but this is the team. I like this team a lot. With Blade possibly coming up next year, Anderson would just slot back at third base, and we'd be right back to normal. So there's the squad. I mean, look at this squad. This team's looking really, really good. And let's see what we're ranked. We were, what, ninth? I don't remember what we were last year, but we're 10th this year. We've got some pop in the bat. I like it. Let's see how we finish the second season. All right, we won the division 104-58. I mean, this team is nasty. I told you it was going to be really good, and whew, it was 104-58. Are you kidding me? Look at that team ERA. Holy cow. Oh, okay. Jeez. Oh, wow. Okay. Man, that's wild. That's insane. What about league leaders? Sixto Sanchez with the most shutouts. Love it. So there is one player I already know had a really bad year. It was Trevor Story. I saw his average. He might have had like really good numbers outside of his average, but ooh, it was a little iffy. Brian Anderson, Duvall, Ian Happ. I think Ian Happ's going to be a really big pickup for us. Let's look at awards now. Gold Gloves. We didn't win a Cy Young. I'm going to be very upset when I see that we didn't win a Cy Young. Okay, Trey Mancini popping off. Okay. Cy Young went to Garrett Cole, Giolito. Oh, no, Garrett Cole. Giolito was in second with Chris Sale. Bauer, Bueller, and Nola. Okay, I mean, that's a strong Cy Young, like, that's some strong Cy Young competition there. And also, I'm still intrigued to see how we didn't win one. Godley, he was all right. Nothing too crazy. Richard Blyer's a goon, man. This guy is the biggest glitch in franchise history. I don't understand it. Dylan Floro was good. Curtis was really good. Holy cow. Okay. Shane Green was good. Iglesias. Yimi Garcia struggled a little bit. We'll see if we bring him back. But overall, I am very happy with this bullpen. Pablo Lopez, great. Sixto, lights out. Alcantara, Eliezer Hernandez, and Jake Odorizzi struggled a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. We don't have anybody that can come up just yet. Maybe Ferks, if we want to get crazy with it. Where is... Oh, this guy. Like, Max Meyer looks really good. Don't get me wrong. Devin Lord looks like he's going to be our long reliever next year. The Ks and the walks per nine looks really good. I think he takes over for Zach Godley. Fits that spot perfectly. Our bench wasn't as good as last year, which is okay because our offense was absolutely insane. 27 doubles, 10 triples, 39 home runs for our leadoff hitter. Look at those numbers. Gross. Trevor Story, the average is low, but you know what? 30 home runs, 37 doubles. I'll take it. Brian Anderson, absolute goon. Absolute goon. Duvall, unreal. Unbelievable. Man, do we have to bring him back? We might have to bring him back. Keston, yeah, the OPS and the average is low. He strikes out a lot, but 36 home runs. Aguilar, still really respectable numbers. Severino, not so much. And then Miggy Rojas, still decent. You know what? Still decent. So, Corey Dickerson was good as a DH as well. Like, that's... I can't ask for anything more. Pablo Sanchez is a goon. The more I thought about it, probably third base, since he's 6'4", makes a little bit more sense. I'm really tempted to throw him in the team. Look at that speed as well. I'm tempted. I really am. We've got Jesus Sanchez, JJ Bleday, Jazz Chisholm, Connor Scott. And I mean, we still got Barry Miller chilling here with 88 contact versus righties. This team is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So there. Yeah, let's get into it. Postseason time facing the Mets. 16-0. What? 16-0. 16-0. We get eliminated by the Mets. 16-0. Dude, what is my luck lately? I know you guys probably wanted me to play that game or manage that game. We got one more season. That is the year. 16-0 though. Wow. Okay. Exclusive negotiations. How much does Duvall want? No, I can't do it. He's good. Don't get me wrong. Crazy good year. But is he going to do this again? Oh, this is so tough. Because, all right, let's think about this. No Duvall, right? Do we let Pablo Sanchez play third? We let Bleday in right and then move Brian Anderson to left, or we move Bleday to left, leave Brian Anderson in right, and then we have Pablo Sanchez at third. Miguel Rojas is still really good though, but I kind of want to get some of those young guys involved. And it would save us a lot of money because I do want to spend a little bit on pitching. Obviously, we need some pitching. Ooh, 22 mil though. That's a lot. Yimi Garcia's going down. 3.5 mil though. That's a deal. 22 mil, man. Oh boy. That's so much money, bro. I can't do it. It's going to be more. It's going to be like 27, 28 to get him happy. What's it going to be to get him happy? Oh, man, this is going up so slow. 25 mil? I can't do that. I can't. It's just too much. What does Rojas want? 6? He wants to be a contender. We just won 103 games. What do you mean? I'm going to hold off. I want to see if I can get maybe cheaper deals. Shane Green was really good. I'm going to offer him a 1-year deal. 2.5 mil. Look at, that's what I'm talking about. See, he's a team player. And then Odorizzi, I'm going to let go. Aguilar. You know what? As a bench bat, 1 year platoon. I'll bump it up. There we go. Same. Corey Dickerson's been like kind of a goon for us. How much does he want? 3.5. I'll hold off. I'm going to hold off on the rest of these offers. You know what? He's super cheap. I know he's super cheap. I'm gonna bring Richard Blyard back. That guy's a goon. That guy's so good. Okay. We're gonna have to figure out what we're doing with this team really quick. So, do we make the call up to Barry Miller? I feel like he's gonna hit like 300 but have like 2 home runs. You know what I mean? And then Pablo Sanchez. I feel like we at least call him up, get him into the team, and then see if we can add players, you know, maybe make a trade with Lewin Diaz, maybe like add just a little bit better of a bat, and then kind of build on the team from there. Because obviously we have some holes now, and we have holes. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And so we definitely need an outfielder, right? We could rock with this team, spend the money on some pitching, like get a really good like ace, even though Sixto's probably the ace going forward. The bullpen was strong. So yeah, maybe we spend that money we just opened up on a really good starter. Severino, I mean, he's good. Shamanaya, I mean, I'd be down to get any of those. Who else we got? I don't really want to go offensive. Maybe I do. I don't know. There's a lot going on in my mind right now. I really want to get these prospects involved though. I feel like they're going to be goons. So let's spend the money on pitching. I'll see you guys next season. All right, final season. I'm picking up Sean Murphy. We know he's a goon in franchise. I've picked him up once. He went off. I'm going to trade Lewis Brinson, Daniel Castano, and Osiris Johnson. Ooh, I might actually need to add. I think that's fine. That's fine. I was thinking maybe I had to add another player because I think we're one player over for MLB rosters. So we're gonna send down Lewin Diaz. Sorry, like nothing against the guy. He just always does poorly for me in franchise. And I need big moves this year. So you can see we've added a lot of youth to the squad. Sean Murphy's actually gonna be our starting catcher. Severino's not bad. It's just I feel like we could do better than Severino right now, especially since we're trying to win immediately. So I think the team is gonna look like this for the year. Yo, Jesus Aguilar has been really good. He's been good. He's been really good. But I feel like it's time to give the youngsters a shot. So I'm thinking maybe something like this. A lot of youngsters in this team. Bleday, Miller, and Sanchez. I mean, that's insane. And that's why I went out and I picked up Shamanaya. I think it was like 3 years. 3 years, 17.7 mil. Decent pickup. Everybody else wanted like 25, 20. The only other pitcher was Severino. And I don't know. I felt like Sean Manaea is a more reliable pitcher. I brought in the Lord, Devin Lord. I just feel like his stats kind of fit this long relief spot. He might get rocked for all I know, and then we're kind of screwed. But the bullpen was outstanding last year. So good. So I didn't want to touch it. I felt like if it ain't broke, don't fix it type situation, or whatever the saying is. You know what I'm trying to say. This is the team. I'm starting to think maybe I'm going crazy with allowing Blade, Miller, and Sanchez all on the team at the same time. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's the move. Maybe it's not the move. I don't know anymore. I really don't. I think I'm losing my mind, and this is gonna be the squad. Do I want Aguilar? Actually, you know what? Let's go Miggy Rojas versus lefties, because he does hit lefties pretty well. But yeah, I mean, this is either gonna go really, really well, or it's gonna absolutely backfire, and this is gonna be the worst move that I've ever made, ever. Like, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, this is the squad. I'll see you guys at the end of it. We are currently ranked. Where are we? 16th. And the pitching is kind of low, which I don't understand. We've got a strong starting rotation and bullpen. Defense, okay, I'll give them that. But speed, yeah, but we got good hitters. That's the good thing. I like this team. This is a good looking team. So let's see how it goes. I'll see you guys at the end of it. All right, so we made it as a wild card team, 101 and 62. So we had a tiebreaker against the Mets, and I'm assuming it was for the division. It was for the division. Oh man. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Okay, so looking around the league, the Brewers are really good. The Dodgers are really good. Man, we could have won the division and we lost it. So the Mets are looking like my bogey team, which sucks. So that's a tough one. But I mean, we turned it around because we were, I think, like 8 or 9 games behind the Mets, and in the month of August, we went on an absolute tear here. You know, we had a really good month of August. September, we had a couple tough games here and there, but you know what? We turned it around. We didn't lead the league in anything. 59 home runs for Bryce Harper. Is that what I just saw? 51 for Alvarez. I see Keston's up there. Ian Happ's kind of in the mix. What do we have for awards? Rookie of the Year for Blade and a gold glove. Keston's got a gold glove. Okay. Oh, right. Hold on. Of course, Severino goes and wins the Cy Young after I don't try to pay him. Unfortunate. We definitely could have had him on the team. Amir Garrett's just a goon, apparently. And we won Rookie of the Year with JJ Bleday and then Luis Patino for the Rays. So let's go take a look at the team as a whole. Devin Lord is back up, which is not who I had. I actually had Max Meyer, sorry. And it looks like he had a little bit better outing than Devin Lord did, because Devin Lord got absolutely shelled. Richard Blyer had his worst year. Floro was good. Curtis, Yimi Garcia really fell off. And then Shane Green along with Rizal. Everybody else was good besides Yimi and Lord. We've got some really good pitchers, though. Like Meyer, Rogers, Stewart, Cabrera. We got Ferks, who's like, I think 1 or 2 years away from being like one of the best relievers that I've ever drafted. Sixto had a decent season. Sean Manaea, I said, is a really, really good pitcher. We got Pablo Lopez, Alcantara, Eliezer Hernandez. I am psyched about this team. This team was really, really good. Budget-wise, we're still pretty good as well. So, I mean, the team is good. You know, like, it's stacked. Chaz Chisholm could somehow fit into this team. I don't know how. Oh, man, I don't know how. We got Jesus Sanchez. Where does he fit in the team? This team is stacked. This team is stacked beyond belief. Ian Happ putting up stupid numbers in the leadoff spot. Better than last year. Yeah, the triples went down, but everything else went like up or the same. Insane. Trevor Story, really good season, 38 home runs. Keston had 48 home runs, put together a career year. You got Brian Anderson, who did take a little bit of a step back, but still a good season. Bleday, Rookie of the Year with 27 home runs. Barry Miller, I mean, talk about a first baseman. He gets some power. He's going to be so good, and he's only 20, switch hitter. 45 power, 51 power, but his contact numbers are 90 and 83. That is insane. Maybe he's, I don't know. That's insane. Sean Murphy, what do we have for him? Pretty good numbers. Pablo Sanchez, I'll take those. Yeah, he has no power. Maybe he's a first baseman. No arm, decent fielding, good reaction. Maybe he's a first baseman. And maybe Barry Miller is the third baseman. Because, like, maybe that. I don't know. And then Garrett Cooper stepped in for Aguilar at the DH. But this team's stacked, man. This team is so good. I mean, it's insane. Holy cow. We put together a just ridiculous squad. Just a ridiculous squad. So, quick manage time. Hopefully we can win. Hopefully we don't get knocked out. especially with this team. Sean Manaea is going to take the mound against the Reds, who have added Jose Ramirez and Josh Bell. Okay. Bases loaded first inning. Yeah, I hate to see it. Whoo, we got out of it though. All right, that's good. All right, who's gonna be the man this game? Okay, JJ Bleday, Barry Miller, Pablo Sanchez. Come on, I needed a home run right there. Ian Happ goes deep, makes it 2-0. Okay, what do we have? Oh no, why? Just why? I can't. I'm cursed. I think it's official. Like, I am cursed. If Sean Manaea can get me out of this inning, that'd be great. He does. All right, so 5 for Manaea. We're down 2 though. And where's the offense, man? We're just not putting together like anything. Just 2 runs. Like, I get it. Luis Castillo, great pitcher. But come on. That's a double for Pablo. We're going to pinch hit here. We're going to go to... Let's go with... I feel like Cooper's got the hot bat, so we got to give it to him. He flies out. That's unfortunate. All right, we got 2 innings left. We've got Shane Green coming in. Please get us out of this. Okay, so he does. So 2 more innings. There's 1 run back. Okay. Then nothing else? Really? All right, Pablo, start us off right. Amir Garrett's lights out this rebuild. So this is going to be a tough one. We're going to go Miggy Rojas. He gets out. Dude, I'm cursed. I'm cursed. I'm cursed. It just has to be. We won the Brewers defeat the White Sox. What is going on? How am I this cursed? Yelich hit 370 in the big got Chris Bryant. Wait, Daniel Vogelbach hitting 300 on the year? Please. How? This is not a World Series winning team. How did we get eliminated? Please show me their pitching. What? How am I getting this unlucky? I don't understand it. I can't win a World Series to save my life. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video though. We put together a crazy good squad. Unbelievable squad. And like I said, I hope you did enjoy it. If you want to see another rebuild tomorrow, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content. And of course, in the comment section, let me know what team or video you would like to see next. And that's about it, guys. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.